Hi folks, I'm Modulus. Today I'm back for a part 1 video on the CV-11 Intrepid, USS Intrepid from Trumpeter at 1/350 scale. So yeah, just before I start my build update, a little bit of a health hazard warning. Because I received a comment in my last video from somebody saying my video gave him a vertigo. So yes, my video will shake a little. So if you feel uncomfortable, yeah, I think maybe the video might not be so suitable. So, but anyway, nothing much I can do. I have to move my camera around because the ship is so big. But I'll try to be as steady as possible. So anyway, yeah, the past 2 weeks, I didn't progress much. Didn't get too far. So what I've been doing is I've been doing a lot of thinking and trying to figure out what is what. So anyway, I got the all the big parts cut up, tried to do a dry fit. So this is how it looks like. And the only thing that I have glued, assembled are these sponsons here and also on the other side. So anyway, found out a few things about this ship, which is I will have to do things like painting first before assembly. Later on I will open up the deck. Nothing is glued. So anyway, since all these deck, the side decks, the sponson decks are gonna be in the deck color. So I was thinking I could assemble to a certain level and do painting, but apparently this ship has a lot of areas where it's gonna be hard to reach in. So I've turned now to the other side. So especially like these kind of areas, which is sort of underneath the decks. So I think these areas will be difficult to paint if all these things are assembled, and especially like down here, over here. So what I will do is I will do section by section, paint them and then start gluing them. So I'm gonna start taking the parts out to show you things inside. So let me just take out all these things here. And I'm also thinking about the things like the LEDs, that kind of things. So let me just open up the deck first. Lots of tape to be taken out. So all these parts are not glued. And also I did not find too many photos about this ship, especially the hangar bay photos. There was almost like no photos at all. So okay, here goes the shaking part. So I'll take out the deck first. So this is how the hangar bay will look like. So what I can do is probably stick another piece of plastic card on this wall, on all these walls, and start putting up maybe some details. So for this doorbell, there is some depth here, but the thing about this doorbell here, it's just a single piece of wall. So if I add a little bit of thickness, maybe I don't really know how thick is the wall. So I think a lot of things have to be imagined up. So back here is like that. So if I were to put in LED, I will have to probably open up a hole here so that the LED can go out from here down to the hull, or I can put it here, and I'll probably have to make a hole on this wall. So yeah, there's a few ways to go about it. And for this, all these walls here, there are a lot of these holes, which I believe these are all some kind of door, so that the people can come out to the side decks. So these doors are all provided. Over here in this instruction, it is to be all closed up, including the doorbell. But yeah, if I don't, close the doors on all these sides here, if the LED were to shine, it will probably shine through all these smaller doors, instead of just having the doorbell open. So yeah, that could be interesting. So I'm gonna start to take apart these walls here. So yeah, the fits are pretty good on this kit. And of course, there's two pieces of the hangar bay deck. So I wouldn't worry about this seam line here so much, because it will probably not be seen. Maybe only at the edges here. So let me take out the other side, and also all these parts over here. Yeah, so it's kind of a mess. It's a bit sticky. So okay, so this is part of the hull, or no, it's not. There is another piece over here which I taped up. So okay, now I think all the walls are out. Okay, so like I said, I had all these sponsons glued up here, and these sponsons, yeah, doesn't stick so well to the hull, because all the surface are curved up. So it will at some point, I think one of them dropped and I had to glue them back. And I think the difficult thing about this ship is these kind of things. So when you stick this sponson to the hull, I think it needs to be flushed out onto the hull wall here. And when these decks are glued in, I think this entire surface should be a flush surface. So that needs to be cleaned up. Maybe using I think probably have to use putty, and also yeah, I think just the primer surfacer might not be enough. So I think, yeah, all along these edges have to be cleaned up, which It's gonna be quite tough. And especially like for this piece over here, it's just one thin piece which, even though you glue it, it becomes very flimsy. So yeah, I think touching it might come off. So these are the weakness of the parts, and a bit dangerous when it's being touched. Okay, so now I will open up this. Oh, okay, that was not good. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it happens. Okay, I'm gonna open up these the hangar bay floor. So okay, what I've done something here on this piece here. It doesn't stick well to the hull because at this stern area is all rounded. So I believe this piece, the edges doesn't stick well. So what I've done is, you know, since it's hollow inside this piece, I've you know, sort of put some melted sprues in there to fill up the cavity. And then I put a screw in, and of course I cannot see how far the screw is going in, but I believe somehow the screw is holding this piece. Is quite tight now, so I hope it doesn't fall off. I think by just super gluing this, if you accidentally hit, I believe it will come off. So I did enforce it a bit with a screw. But I think for these sponsons to put a screw will be, yeah, I think not. maybe it's possible. But since it's so thin and the floor will sit in here, I don't think the screw might be a good idea. So yeah, so this is what I've been, you know, doing, but it's mostly just thinking and doing lots of studying on the ship. On the bottom part, nothing has been done except for this bulbous valve. So there is a bulbous valve, but a very small one. So this one has been cleaned up. So this is where I'm at this moment. I think for this kind of kit, yeah, a lot of things have to be studied before, you know, doing the build. So I think, yeah, before gluing these decks in, I'll have to get the LED to you know, to run it down either on the stern or bow area. Then once that is decided, then only I can glue this and paint the deck, then paint all these walls over here and you know, glue them in. And for this kit, yes, there is, okay, so this two piece will show the you know, how low the bulkhead will be. So there is some room here to put in LEDs, I think. So I think for this side, I think this doorbell is a bit higher than the other one. So there is, let me see, maybe just zoom up a little bit. So if, you know, the deck's gonna sit here and probably come a little bit lower because the deck is having a groove, like these kind of grooves here. So it will sit in there. So this will probably come down a little. So I'm thinking this will be about, if the bulkhead was to be like from here, there will be about 4 millimeters of space, you know, probably from here to down here. So I think 4 millimeter will fit the LEDs. So it's gonna be like that, yeah, so that will be the LED. But the difficult thing about this ship, since there is one center elevated deck here, not sure how the LED strip should be running. It can probably run until here, but this elevator deck is very close to the bow. There's one piece of plastic here, so yeah, probably the LED cannot run, you know, in a loop here, maybe up until here, so it can shine through from here and not from the other side. So these are the kinds of things which yeah, I've been studying and thinking about. So anyway, today I think that's all for my update. And I think this ship will take, yeah, quite long to build, since there's a lot of things to think about. But so anyway, so that's all for my part 1 for this time. And yeah, hopefully I can progress more on my part 2. So until the next time, I hope you like this video, and I hope it wasn't shaky as my previous video. So anyway, that's all for now. As usual, happy modeling and take care. Cheers. Goodbye.